And so now that you've chosen the pathology, I texted out in terms of these questions that I want you guys to focus on, these areas, like what is the thing, what is a diabetes, what is heart disease, what is, and you research that as one part, and then the other part another person does, one of you guys, what does conventional, what do I get when I go to the doctor? Because medicine, is very complex, and a lot of what we're getting is good, but it's not. It's also the compromise is they have to act really fast, so they don't have time to often talk more detailed about what else could we do, and that's where the third question comes in, as a lifestyle sort of type intervention and slash alternative, because we often do have that thing that we can also do to help, and we think medicine covers everything, but medicine can't cover those kind of things.
We need at the grocery store on the way back.
Watch out! Hold on. Go to
the groceries that we need.
There we go. I think we got it, huh? Sorry about that. Boom. Oops, where am I? Here. So after you do that, then you go and immerse yourself in studying some of that, study the pathology and that area, and gather information together. I want you guys to have about five references, all minimum each of you. They have websites, and you just copy paste the website. Make sure you don't lose sight of that, where you gather your stuff from, and then you summarize the key points. You create a presentation, and then make a 2 to 3 minute video, voiceover video, at a second later stage. We make that all together as a group, and the group video will be then about 10 minutes altogether. We do that in week 13, so I'll guide you through that process. And then to finish up, we can watch each other's presentation, learn pathologies, different diseases, and engage in a little feedback discussion about, well, not little, because we give each other feedback. We learn and we feedback and make a better thing. So improve on the next project that we're going to get as we go through college. And so my goal with this is to give us a lot of information in a fairly easy, short format. We all gather and then share with each other. And also in the process, so, most of you probably know how to do all of that, but some of us don't, and we get to make a presentation, learn how to do a PowerPoint or a Google Slides, or these days an infographic. I'm starting to be into infographics because I can share that as one document with somebody, and it's not like putting a page over. It's just like zooming in and viewing things that way. So that's kind of an interesting newer format as well. And then later I can also show you, at least we go through making a video. Most likely these days, well, not most likely, I think the Zoom has really provided us a format that makes it easy to do that with. But first, what you do is we give you 2 weeks to do a research and do the draft presentation. And then once you have something, I want you to upload that. And then I go through it and I give you feedback. And then, we have a week to kind of fine tune that thing. And then we do 2 weeks of making a voiceover video and have another week of refining. And then last week of the semester, we'll discuss the thing together. So that is a fairly long process. It's a fairly decent project size-wise. But making it step by step makes it not too much, and hopefully fun for most students. Really actually like doing this project, even though at first it's a little like like everything is, a little bit. So anyway, when you research, go and do the Google search first. Go to things that are more like .orgs or .govs or .edus, not necessarily just .coms. Or the ones that say ad in the front, so you just end up having somebody sell you some snake oil thing, and you think it's the real deal. So that's a little bit of filtering, and then other sites like WebMD or Mayo Clinic, those are reputable sites, even though they are .coms. And I do like Wikipedia as a starting point to start researching and going into things. And so read through some sites, extract the info, and make bullet points with it, or extract the most important words, And then in a second part, put that together with in a presentation format, which essentially what you want to do is you want to, use a little bit of text and a lot of visuals to explain. And then when you make the video, it's easy to basically talk about the pictures with a few key points, keywords that keep you guided in how to talk through it. And so that's what we have in these first 2 weeks. Down here, I've got a few tips of how, that help me. Again, most of it is use a lot of pictures. Then also, think of how can I grasp the student's attention, the other people's, maybe a personal story, or why did I get interested in it? How can I make my topic relevant to others? How can I make it so they want to listen to me when I talk about? Often I speak things out loud, even though it sounds weird, but it's different how things sound when I actually even hear it versus it's just in my head or written on a piece of paper. So there's a few things too, that you can practice going through that process of doing a presentation. I want you to do this thing as a group, but also as individuals. So I want you to make sure you help each other with technical things, with research questions, with language questions. A lot of us are ESL students, so we want to be supportive of each other as much as we can, but also, of course, hold each other accountable. Once in a while, I got a stray who is just not behaving right. Make sure if that's the case, I'm aware of it, so I can hopefully catch it early and make sure everybody's doing the right work and doing their job. So don't make sure in a group project always that we keep that in mind. Everybody's here to be supportive, but everybody has to step up and do work. What is it? Everything is radical acceptance these days or so. So I'm going with radical responsibility. No matter if we have excuses, we still need to do the work. But if something gets hard or difficult, or you don't know what to do, reach out to me. I'm here to support you all through this process. That's actually why I'm doing this undertaking too, because I feel if I can teach some of you guys a few tricks I learned along the way early in your college career, or any professional career, that's probably good stuff to know. Even though, presenting, making a video for some people is a little difficult, but again, we can do it together. All right, so I'm here to hold your hands through it. Look at that. My phone number is right here. If you have any questions, you just check with me. So that is the next 2 weeks of this pathology project.